Musky on the Fly is exactly as hardcore as it sounds. I got an invite from Eric Cohen of the Southern Musky tribe to show up at their winter get-together in central Tennessee. Skinny water, jet skiffs, high probability of a killer party? Count me in. But I want to be clear, I'm not a member of this club. I don't have the shoulders anymore to pull off slinging a 12-weight fairy wand all day. And even if I did, the pursuit of these fish surpasses passion. It borders on addiction. If the tug is the drug, then Musky on the Fly is like mainlining crystal meth. It honestly scares me, and I have enough problems as it is.
Hardcore player, body motivator, out straight tripping like a wicked instigator.
I'm Sam Bennett. I travel, I fish, I eat, and I drink.
Hardcore player, wild salt trader, out straight tripping like a wicked elevator.
What happens along the way? Well, that's all a part of getting there. When I left Birmingham, it was a balmy 29 degrees. The F-250 was gassed up and loaded. I pointed her north towards Rock Island State Park near McMinnville, Tennessee. I took the back roads. There's something about the country, the real country, that softens the edges and stirs the soul. Slowing down and enjoying the trip is what getting there is all about. But it's also about getting better. It's about learning new things and meeting new people. And the gathering of the Southern Musky tribe was a huge opportunity for progression. Eric Cohen was already waiting for me at the cabin. Some call him Yoda, and some call him the fly fishing beautician. Eric styles hair by day and spins bucktail by night. We fished together for smallmouth on several occasions on his home water near Huntsville, Alabama. And while that's my passion, Yoda's brain stays busy dreaming of great silver and green torpedoes, toothy assassins.
This is a really fishy looking spot right here.
The rest of the Southern Musky tribe trickled in and the sun went down. Good bottles were poured and tales were told.
Like everything was right. The fish was at the right angle. I strip set, didn't trout set. I mean, everything and nothing.
Lies.
And that last fish I pulled up the right again. That last fish I pulled it up and I looked at the fly and I was like,
that could be your problem.
Did your bones just shake a little?
You know why they would think we were out of our fucking minds? Because we are. Just like that.
Morning came early for the Southern Musky tribe. Breakfast at the Rock Island Market is mandatory. The weather was improving. Temps should rise into the 60s with bluebird skies. And while I'd rather fish an overcast, drizzly day, you can control anything but your timing. The water was still high from rains a few days before, and both the Caney and the Collins were stained. After some discussion, we ruled out the Caney Fork and launched high up on the Collins in search of clearer water. Yoda got to work slinging feathers.
See, and the water's got just enough stain to it where it'll trick a good fish too. You know, those little guys will eat a lot of the time when you put something in front of them. Those big girls, they don't get to be big girls being dumb. Let's see. And when the water's moving fast, you get more of a reactionary strike instead of a follow. In nice slack water like that.
The Collins is built like a trough in most areas. The steep banks and shelves drop directly into deep water, and there's plenty of wood. With the water up, the muskie should be holding in slower spots.
Nothing. These shells tend to be good, except it depends on how much current's passing through there, because, you know, they can hold in some current, but, you know, they're a big fish. They don't really like to have to maintain, you know, their position in a lot of current. It burns a lot of fuel. But now they'll sit like, you know, if there's a good pocket in there that they can sit in and pick off something, you know, like that's a pretty good little pocket right there. Or there might be a big boulder at the bottom that's creating a current break. You know, so if in a really deep hole, then yes, I tend to lean towards these bluffy areas. Of course, you know, a lot of times the bluffy areas are the deep holes, you know. But there's a lot of current passing by those rocks. Like I wouldn't expect a fish to be sitting right there where the current's right up against the rock. But if there's enough of an indention to create a slow pocket. But now here, on the other hand, even though there's no sun, that's a fishy looking spot.
Eric dropped flies right on the bank all morning, targeting the slowest pockets adjacent to current and wood.
There she is. Damn it. Where'd you go? Damn it. She was hot too. She wanted to eat. Oh, well, at least they're moving. It's a good sign. No. If it's really good water, there'll be more than one fish, but, you know, I mean, that'll be that fish's hole. There he is. Come on, come on.
He moved a few fish, but none were motivated to eat. A flash off the bank, a furious figure eight, and then they were gone. Ghosts of the river. And that's why this gambit is hardcore. You're chasing one good fish. You're slinging heavy gear that taxes the body, and at times it feels like you might never hook up again.
Well, that's 3 follows for today so far. And that was a pretty hot follow too. That fish I thought was hungry. Nah, you know, there actually hasn't been any size to any of them yet. They all look big in the water. But you know, like that, the bigger of the 2 that we moved earlier was probably maybe low 30s. 32, 30, you know, somewhere in that range. It wasn't a very big fish. The water magnifies them something ridiculous.
At lunch, I told Eric that I had complete confidence that he was going to stick a muskie. But as the afternoon wore on, coming into the backstretch, the chances didn't look good.
Come on. Really? Nothing? Not even a sniff?
All of the water looked fishy as hell, and Eric peppered the river with perfect or near perfect casts. Still, nothing. We're clearly into the 11th hour. After a day of abuse, Eric switched over to a smaller fly on a 9-weight, and suddenly, everything changed. It wasn't a huge fish, but it didn't have to be. It's pure validation. You knew what the fuck you were doing on this particular day in this particular river. That or else it's just blind luck. It feels good to be lucky, but it feels better to be right. Racing darkness, we pointed the boat downriver towards the takeout. I've just got to thank the guys from the Southern Musky tribe for having me out. They're absolutely hardcore fishermen, and that's just a great energy to be around. It's going to take some time for me to understand exactly what I'm taking away from this trip. I need to get away from it and digest it just a little bit. I can tell you that the dude who put it best was Dave Neely. I apologize for the dark video, but I promise it's worth it.
What's it all about?
Eats. It's that feeling when they turn, when they come up on it, when they finally, all the perseverance, all of the shit that they put you through, just comes to a head in that second when they flare up on it, you know, gills all agape and just eat. They don't fight that great. Bigger fish are an exception, but man, even little fish give the same eat, and that's it.
Come on, baby, let us make amends over by the fence where the river is cold. Let us go jumping, yeah, for a midnight swim. No way, mister, you know that I can't swim.
Duck and chickens.